Despite that emotional reunion and this powerful moment for those families of those three Americans, there are still hundreds of prisoners still being wrongfully detained by Russia, including Americans. One of them is Ksenia Karelina, a ballerina in Los Angeles and a dual U.S.-Russian citizen. Our next guest, Chris Van Heerden, is her boyfriend, who's been waiting for her return since her arrest in Russia this January. Karelina faces charges of high treason. Her crime, her family says, she donated $51 to a charity helping Ukrainian civilians impacted by Russia's invasion. Her criminal trial begins next week. Chris, I want to thank you for joining us and thank you for your time tonight. I want to start with, what was your reaction when you heard about this prisoner swap and you saw that Ksenia's name was not on it? And why do you suppose she wasn't included in this swap?
I'm getting goosebumps as you asked that question, because all this time I was under the impression, they brought me under the impression that there will be no prison swap until after the election or maybe early next year. So all this time I was calm and I knew what to expect. So waking up yesterday morning with the news of a prison swap took me by storm. It took me off guard. I was emotional, angry, frustrated, because all this time I was told we have time. Ksenia will be Ksenia will be on that list. We will make sure of it after the election or early next year. So all of this took me by sight, took me off guard, and I was shocked.
And is it your understanding that the Russians, these are not criminal trials the way any American understands a criminal trial in the U.S. judicial system, but is it your understanding that the Russians did not want to negotiate as it relates to her case because her quote-unquote trial is still pending because it doesn't start till next week?
I wish I could answer that, but I do know that we have not yet made contact with her. No U.S. officials, the embassy, no one, because Russia is not allowing it. Now, for what reason that is, I do not know if it's because of the trial, but I can confirm that we are trying, and I know that, but we are unsuccessful.
Just to clarify, you're saying that no one at the U.S. Embassy has been able to get in to check on her, as is typical for Americans imprisoned abroad?
No one. Nobody. In 7 months, nobody.
Are you concerned for her condition?
I am. I am. I am very concerned for conditions.
What has this been like for you emotionally? You're a boxer, right? You're a tough guy. What has this been like for you?
This is. I was not prepared for this. I don't know how to be prepared for this. I am emotional. I am sad. I do not know really how to deal with this other than take this day by day. And I know that I need to be strong for Ksenia, and I need to be in good health and a good mindset in order to fight for her. So that motivates me to just keep moving forward.
She was arrested for donating to, among other things, the Russians said, a charity that helps Ukrainian civilians. She's been imprisoned since January. When you saw that those were the charges that she faced, what did you think?
I could not believe it. I mean, she's being accused of treason for $51.80. Now, if you know my Ksenia, yes, she's a lover of people. She cares about people. She wants to see people happy. She don't want to see people hurt. So she's elderly people. She's closest to her grandparents. She loves them. She's got a good heart. And to see this breaks me, because why do someone that has a good and a beautiful heart, trying to do good in this world, have to face this pain and this ordeal of suffering for having a kind, beautiful soul?
Chris Van Heerden, we will keep this country updated on Ksenia's case, and the next time you and I talk, we hope that she is home. Thank you very much for your time on this Friday night, sir.